Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to our show. Happy New Year. Welcome. We've got New Year's Eve on tap tonight. Welcome. I am doing the show for everyone. It's the anti-war rally night, but this is also New Year's Eve, and we're going to be spending our time together if you want to watch the show. Good evening. I'm David Sponheim, and this is America's Third Party. Got some live activity going on here in New York. Your connection may be insufficient. Camera may be unavailable. Okay. In the meantime, we will be giving you all the bells and whistles of an amazing event here on Happy New Year 2017. Yay. Wow, yeah. You know, somebody said to me, David, you ought to take Sarah dancing tonight. And I don't think any of you know what is going on in my life. Wow, that's wild. What is going on in my life every day that I do these shows? It took me 45 minutes to enter your room. Guest 166. Look at that. Thank you. Well, I got to tell you, I have been doing this show every night for the past 8 years without fail. And I've maintained my weight. I'm looking good. I'm a lean, clean, mean running machine. And I have also maintained my good looks, I might want to add. I've saved my hair from falling out because so many people my age are losing their hair. I'm incredibly lean and built like a rock. Yeah. And I've dedicated so much time to keeping this pressure up on the elitists. And we've broken through so many different barriers right now with the worldwide audience. And I want to welcome all of our worldwide audience viewers tonight. Thank you. You guys come on in. Welcome to America's Third Party. We are the show that keeps on going. We can't stop and we won't stop. We even have a theme song to that. I have huge stamina. And no troll has been able to knock me off the air with their hate, their threats, you name it. We get it. I've had numerous death threats, probably about 50 to 100 a year for the past 8 years. And I've never been a drug dealer, and I just showed people in the show all the benefits of legal marijuana. I showed people a Parkinson's victim who, with just a drop of cannabinoid oil, non-psychoactive, there's no high from it, a drop of cannabinoid oil on his tongue and his Parkinson's disappeared for the day. I showed people a guy with petit mal seizures. And I can tell you that everybody who's smoked marijuana, who's got seizures, is getting benefits. Even kids. There's a nasal spray that parents can give kids that this is not a psychoactive thing. It's a cannabinoid spray that goes in their nose. Within a few seconds of them breathing in, their epilepsy seizure starts to stop. Seriously. Yet people like President Duterte of the Philippines want to make it illegal to be a drug dealer, to distribute this fine medicine. And that's where I kind of really get pissed off. Killing people, Mr. Duterte, who are trying to help people. The Philippine people need to know that this is a beneficial drug that has been beneficial, actually an herb, it's not even a drug, it's been benefiting people for years. You get benefits from all kinds of things. Say you've got a skin disorder and you put the stuff on your skin. It's amazing. Your skin disorder goes away. You've got a rash, it goes away. You've got a pimple, it goes away. I'm telling you, this stuff is a miracle. And people like Duterte want to kill people that are nicely distributing it in the cities of like Manila. I would never be a drug dealer. But I don't even want to get involved in marijuana distribution. I could in this area. I could easily finance a marijuana distribution operation here. It'd be no problem. It'd be $2,000. I'd be up and running in a couple days. But I don't want to risk what I'm doing because what I'm doing is more important. I don't want to go against a national law that still, to this day, has not legalized marijuana. And here we are, perched on the edge of 2017. We've got a president-elect who actually endorses Duterte's killing of drug dealers without a trial. He seems to be untethered. The American people put him there for some weird reason. The popular vote didn't put him there, but our corrupt political system put him there. He managed, working with the Russians, to manipulate the Electoral College vote, and now this guy who wants to kill drug dealers, or at least ignore, basically he's endorsing Duterte, wants to kill drug dealers in a country that is now 36% of the population of the states approve some form of legal marijuana. Can you believe this? A nation that is clearly evolving, and we've got the most stolid, egomaniacal, megalomaniacal person with a huge ego problem being our president-elect because he bought the election and he stole over 10 of my ideas to win. Hello, guys. Legalization is going to help even people from other countries start to see the benefit of this. And eventually there'll be a worldwide worldwide trading in medicinals and edibles. And eventually we'll have all these naturally derived, concentrated THC things that'll go around the world. We'll be able to sell products and buy products. It'll be a much better environment. And no longer will drug gang members be so hidden and at the same time empowered. Because the more we make it illegal, the more we empower gang members. Now, the city of Chicago is a hotbed of violence right now. But what I should talk about is the big news today, which is that there has been a terrorist attack in Istanbul. The Istanbul Reina nightclub attack leaves 35 dead. We've got confirmation of video. We've got live feeds. We could tell you all about it, but it was a guy or a few people dressed up as Santa Claus blowing people away, killing 35 people, and I'm sure injuring many others. So that's a seriously sad note. I don't want these kinds of things to happen in America, but right now we've got a presidential-elect who doesn't even talk about brutality. He doesn't even discuss the possibility of imposing restrictions on police officers who've been the most brutal of any police force in our history the past few years. And Chicago, blacks are killing blacks in the cities of Chicago. So when I legalize marijuana across the board, there will be gang members that will open up storefronts.
Tsunamis are some of the most powerful and deadliest forces.
There will be gang members opening up storefronts and legitimizing their life and turning into businessmen. This is how it's done. We're able to migrate an entire black market of pot dealers into a legitimate business. And if they're doing cocaine, that's a separate thing, and that's on them separately. If they're doing heroin or God knows what else, but marijuana people don't usually do other drugs. They usually smoke marijuana. That's all they do. They get it any way they can. It's not that they're addicted to it, because there's no physical addiction to marijuana. None whatsoever. There's no withdrawal symptoms. There may be a psychological addiction. Okay, we've got tsunamis. Okay. I am a little upset that Washington's been losing. Yeah, a lot of people here really enjoy the Seahawks and what they're doing. No, my walls are not in any way turning into molded. No. We keep our heat at around 55 degrees. It's not enough to create lots of condensation in my walls. And by the way, these homes are really well built. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. Okay. Maybe Santa Claus is no longer up to the job. Yeah, I don't know. Christmas is over. You got your presents. You're unwrapping them. There's a powerful form of marijuana without the high here. We can show you a picture of a young man getting a little bit of this on his tongue, the same kind of stuff that was given to that Parkinson's victim. Lisa Layden gives a dose of marijuana extract to her son Jackson. His seizures have declined greatly since he began the therapy. So basically, Duterte is blowing it big time in the Philippines. The people of the Philippines need to benefit from the legalization of marijuana. And I would urge Mr. Duterte to move toward legalization of marijuana and reverse his standard of killing people. If anything, arrest the other drug dealers, but start legalizing marijuana in the Philippines, Mr. Duterte. You brought frozen candy and advent calendars to open all year long. Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of calendars, Carl. I'm sure there are a lot of people that would love to smoke weed in the Philippines. And when they do, they're for fear of, their drug dealer is going to get killed. The material that is built into houses are not very good at holding. You're wrong. In fact, most of the walls in these beautiful modular homes have been tested, tried and true to be free of any contamination. Yeah. No, I don't want any pizza calendars. ISS crew takes on a mannequin challenge. The mannequin challenge fad got a new lease on life. The crew aboard the ISS got on board zero gravity. Well, they can put a mannequin underwater and pretend like it's zero gravity just like they can anything else. Mannequins can be underwater. They're waterproof. This is all filmed underwater. Yeah. They make sure they get the bubbles out of the water so that you can't tell it's got a... And they use lenses that never get fogged up. It's pretty amazing how they're able to film the ISS underwater. We can't play any songs because anything that we play is monetized. And you know, when we start broadcasting again on Twitch, we're not going to be able to play any more than 23 or 24 seconds of any specific thing. They have very strict rules. But we are appealing the Twitch banning. It occurred when some people didn't like me banning them, so they went ahead and filed a hate crime exemption. I've never committed a hate crime. I've never done any hate speech. I never call anybody a bad word, except for idiot, moron, and retard. And it's only because I don't like their politics that I use those words. And I'm allowed to do that. But anyway, I don't even call them retard because it's not appropriate. I call them Trump tards and Clint tards and Obama tards. So I don't even like the word retard. It's very disrespectful to people who are retarded. No, that's okay, Awesome Carl. I don't really want to play your song right now. Jeff Foxworthy dead at 58? Are you kidding me? Car accident with wife in Atlanta? Let's take a look. Top stories. I don't see it. Let me see what's going on here. No, he's still alive. That's just a cable. I don't believe that. No, that's fake news. Unless, of course, I said that the other day about Debbie Reynolds, and I did another one with Carrie Fisher, and people, yeah, so you never know. No, in fact, pot is not a gateway drug. Cigarettes are. Turns out. Yeah, we really don't need to be worried about Twitch. Well, now Duterte's dissing the Vatican. Doesn't surprise me. Vatican does nothing against drugs, just collects money at Matt. What is Duterte's fixation with drugs? Because he looks higher than a kite here. Look at this. This guy, look at his eyes. They're like, is he on heroin or something? Look at this. That's exactly the look a heroin addict has in their eyes. Look at that. It's glazed over. Oh, yeah, something's going on here. Me lady doth protest too much. Have you ever heard that story? When somebody says, oh, drug dealers have to be killed. Oh, yeah, somebody's been mainlining it, I think. Yeah, I think he's the guy who just wants it for himself. The world's biggest firework event coming up on screen. 7 minutes of this. This is fantastic, everybody. Here we go. Wow. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Yay. That is beautiful. Look at that. Burning sulfur. Welcome, worldwide audience, to the destruction of the planet. We're here now watching it with you. Oh! Isn't it amazing? Well, it'll be going on behind me as I take your input here. Yeah. Those fireworks are really chemtrails. And they're filled with lithium to make you stupid. Oh, you're telling me that Duterte really is on methadone? Because his eyes are stoned, man. That guy is really high. You've never seen that? Groovy. Yeah, you're the first person to use Groovy in the past 30 years. Awesome, Carl. Cool. Yeah, tons of gagging smoke. I don't like the blowing off of chemicals in the atmosphere. You know, eventually these will be all digitally rendered on your brain scan. Yeah, I'm sure. That's pretty cool, though, I got to tell you. Are you sure that lithium is in Count Chocula, Syria? How do you know that? Can I Google that and find that information? I don't lie about anything. 817 says, what's David lying about tonight? I want a joke. I don't lie at all. You people that lie all the time, you think everyone else around you lies. It's amazing. I would gladly bring the press on in every show, but we get nothing but ignored messages from all the people that we've contacted. Thank you. We have been censored in our own country, yeah, and the world is watching. So if they know and the world starts to know, and the more people talk about me, and I'm a household word in so many countries now, eventually American TV can't avoid giving me a shot, because I'm really good at what I do. I told Sarah I'm an expert imitator. I don't do impersonations, I do imitations. Yeah, we were talking about that because we're reading the requirements. You can't impersonate anybody on Twitch. So, I'm an imitator. Show the Sydney's fireworks show. Do you have a clip of the Sydney's fireworks show? Let's see if we can get that. Sydney is having an amazing New Year's right around... Oh, they just had it, didn't they? They're usually incredible. Yeah, I am a household word in Japan. People know who I am, David Sponheim. In Korea, people talk about me. You want to see London? Why don't you just, ask me to be everything? Sydney's paying tribute to around the world. Let's take a look at the Sydney fireworks here. ABC, ITV, oh. Well, we're going to see what the feed is here. New Year's Eve celebration kickoff in Australia. Let's take a look at that. All right, Dave, I dropped 300 last night at the casino. I'm going back tonight to get it back. Seriously? So you went from liking alcohol to now liking gambling? Okay. You're going to lose a lot of that very powerful money that you saved up. Yeah, I did a great job on my hair, I think. Yeah. I kind of keep it kind of short at all times. It makes me save a lot of money on shampoo. I'm able to use just a small drop of shampoo and it works up a lather. That's really why I do it. Keeping Up the Kardashians is showing one on many TVs. Choosing it watch says more about you than... Okay, Shart. Yeah. People are watching mainstream media stuff. Well, this is just not coming up here. Let's take a look. NBC News with Tom Brokaw. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, thank you. I'm Tom Brokaw from NBC News, Nightly News.
That link. Give me the link. I'll play it over here. It's got to be better than this because this ain't working a lot, man. Let's take a look at what you got. Here we go. It's the Sponheim daily TV show. Well, I would never bomb Australia. You know what really shocked me when Donald Trump was asked about our nuclear defenses and somebody said, would you strike Europe? And he said yes, he would. Here is Sydney, Australia, everyone. At the top of the hour, we just missed it. Yeah. Good music, too. All right, I'm really upset that you sent me last year's fireworks. Where's this year's fireworks? Anyone have any information from Australia on this year's fireworks? I'm okay. David, blink twice. I know, you guys are freezing over in Times Square. Stay warm near the monitor, near the LED monitor. Warm your hands around the LED monitor. It is published on December 31st, 2016. Watch the... Oh, really? Okay. We're going to try to find Sydney's 2017. I didn't have a big idol as a kid, Carl. I used to watch Starsky and Hutch, and there was a guy on there that looked a lot like me. So, yeah, thank you. So I began to watch a lot of Starsky and Hutch when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm King of On. Wow, cool. And the guy who looks a lot like me is, yeah, his name is David Soul. And you can decide whether it looks like me or not. He looks like me. But yeah, we used to watch a lot of TV back in the 70s. You bet. Here he is, Don't Give Up on Us, his song, one hit song he had.
Don't give up on us, baby. We're still worth one more try.
This is before music videos even happened. It's almost like the beginning of music videos. Now, if I could turn green, maybe I could look like him, maybe, possibly. Green with envy. Whatever. All right. Oh my God, you're going to cry? Really? Don't give up on me, baby. Hey, you got it. Wow, okay, this is it. ABC News. ABC News, Nightly News. We've got the NBC feed, ABC feed. Coming to you live from Sydney, Australia. Whatever. We have celebrations here. Yes, people are celebrating all over the world. Going In with My Eyes Wide Open was another huge hit for him. I did not know that. Thank you for that, Frankie. Happy New Year! We've got people in the show today. We got people from all over. Welcome. What a big crowd. We got Alistarism, American Jedi, Artie, Awesome Carl, Awkward Aardvark, Badger Waxer, Ben Franklin Taylor. Been very nice, Ben. Thank you for honoring my request. Bengalitis is here. Bingo, Black Harry, Bob Lover, Chatroom Celebrity, Chemtrail Cowboy. We have not seen you in a while. Welcome. Chemtrail Cowboy, let's play something in honor of you. Drunk Loser, Frankie, Fry That Chicken, Guzzle Frogs, IFN. Okay, let's kick off the show with a little bit of Chemtrail Cowboy. And I'll be right back after I go to the bathroom. I really do need to go. I'll be right back. Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah. Another year with more chemtrails and more poisoning of the atmosphere going on. We're celebrating the insanity of this nation and how we're going to try to stop it and prevent the world from getting contaminated with chemical pollution. Thank you.
I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I don't care about the environment, and I don't give a fuck about you.
Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy.
When I get home each evening, there's nothing I like more than to sit by the pool with an ice cold beer, staring at the floor. 'Cause if I look up, I'm reminded of the terrible things I've done. Once you're in, there's no way out. I never meant to hurt no one. Yes, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I couldn't care less for my family, and I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, I'm the chemtrail cowboy, spraying over you. Well, I don't care about the environment, and I don't give a fuck about you.
Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy.
And when my mission's over and I'm knocking on heaven's door, maybe then I'll realize where I went wrong before. There's too many of you dying, victims of the mob. But I'd tell the devil and he'll agree that I was only doing my job. Yes, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, proud of what I do. Well, I couldn't care less for my family, and I don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, I'm a chemtrail cowboy, spraying over you. Well, I don't care about the environment, and I don't give a fuck about you.
Chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail cowboy, chemtrail.
Wow, that's amazing. That's incredibly messed up that we have this. Thank you. 49 million viewers via UHF. Make that 50. 50 million viewers. UHF rating is here. Welcome, UHF viewers. Good evening. It's rosin. Okay. I've been vaping rosin. Yes. I have this product that I found at my recreational marijuana supply store that is completely natural. It is absolutely amazing, and it's very hard to work with, but with a vape pen, which is an electronic pen that you vape with, and you basically a little bit of vapor, and you're like, I'm there, you know? It's not like a lot of resin in your lungs. You're not getting a lot of tar. It's pretty amazing. And there's absolutely no butane used in the process. It's a heat press they use. Rosin, it's called. Yeah. It's spelled R-O-S-I-N. Yes. This is from the Philippines. This is a double stitch white shirt, the best shirt I've ever worn in my life. It was made, handcrafted in the Philippines. I don't need a producer for this show, no. It's working great. We got 15 million viewers in Manila. I'm my own one-man show here. I've got the new Jackson Pollock look, really. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. There's no contaminants in it. There's no wax in it. It's basically a product that is pressed down from the original plant. Anyways, we're talking about legalization of marijuana, but we really should be talking about stopping war and stopping the people that are putting wars together. And a lot of people are very upset that this kind of thing is going on, this warring activity. It just keeps going on. It's ISIS is the source of a lot of this. But now I find out that Trump, and by the way, ISIS was created by our government, in case you didn't know. It's also working in tandem with Mossad, but the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service, ISIS. Well, Donald Trump said that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama created ISIS because he saw our show. He basically saw our show. He didn't understand it, but he still doesn't understand it. But my biggest concern is that Donald Trump doesn't seem to understand that we can't keep fanning the flame of aggression toward Russia. And now he's fanning the flame of aggression toward Russia without even being, as president, he's not even inaugurated. He's still creating the dialogue for increase of nuclear weapons. So here we go. Putin and Trump talk need for more nuclear weapons. That's not the kind of dialogue we expect from these people. That's because Donald Trump and Putin don't have a dialogue. It's kind of sad. They don't even communicate well. Donald Trump contacts his Russian mobster friends, and then they make a phone call, and pretty soon, you got a little backtrack going on. Wow, look at this. This is phenomenal. Happy New Year, everybody. This is an amazing GIF that just keeps gifting. Look at that. Amazing. Fantastic. Mind-blowing. Overwhelming. Enough to cause a seizure. I don't take alcohol. I don't ingest it. You expect me to open a bottle of beer? I'm going to finish it. I'll be drunk by the end of the show. And by the way, that's a breach of TOS requirements. I'm not allowed to drink on this show. Plus, I don't drink. I've got a few bottles of beer I buy because I like discounts, and I bought a couple of bottles that are worth $10 a piece for like $3. So I keep them around in case I get visitors. It's not okay what Hillary did. We need to prosecute Hillary. But Putin and Trump now in a war of words, this isn't the kind of communication we'd expect from Trump and Putin. I mean, aren't they like having like a kind of a mini bromance without the sex? Donald, I thought, was good friends. I mean, he's made comments to that effect. I don't know. I mean, it just seems like he was in touch with Putin many years ago, and he's been working to create an election where he wins, and Putin helped him. And the government doesn't even want to do anything to stop that, or at least a lot of the people in government just say, well, give him a chance, and maybe he'll sell our country to Russia. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah. So a lot of people just don't understand why our government isn't stopping this election, throwing it out the door, destroying whatever results there are, because frankly, I think this needs to go to the Justice Department now. We're pretty sure that Trump has a relationship with Putin.
So when we talk about what the current politics are back at home, we know that there is a tense relationship between President Obama and Vladimir Putin, especially when it comes to world stage issues. Do you have a relationship with Vladimir Putin, a conversational relationship, or anything that you feel you have sway or influence over his government?
I do have a relationship, and I can tell you that he's very interested in what we're doing here today. He's probably very interested in what you and I are saying today. I'm sure he's going to be seeing it in some form. But I do have a relationship with him, and I think it's very interesting to see what's happened. I mean, look, he's done a very brilliant job in terms of what he represents and who he's representing. If you look at what he's done with Syria, if you look at so many of the different things, he has really eaten our president's lunch. Let's not kid ourselves. He's done an amazing job. He put himself, really has, a lot of people would say he's put himself at the forefront of the world as the leader in a short period of time. Now, in all fairness to Obama, I think that he's done the same thing with Bush. With President Bush, I think that Putin has done an amazing job of showing certain leadership that our people have not been able to match.
Okay. Yeah, what do you have to say about that, Hillary? At least we don't have to deal with that. Yeah, we got this guy instead. Homos don't like... What is Bush... Excuse me, did I say Bush? Freudian slip. Is Bush homosexual? Is Donald Trump gay? Does anybody know? Anybody have an idea if Donald Trump is gay? Any knowledge of that? We're watching the chat. Do you pretend to, Dave? You don't. No. No, you know likey. Joan Rivers has been tweeting. She's alive. She's tweeting. Somebody said, actually, no, her website is actually being taken over by her daughter, Melissa. And some of these people online are just so out of it, they actually think that Joan Rivers is tweeting. Check this out.
I find it pretty interesting with all the videos I've made of late on Joan Rivers still being alive. And this just pops up on HollywoodLife.com with Joan Rivers tweeting today, Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. And this is no hoax. This is Joan Rivers' official Twitter account. The only hoax is, over the last 2 years, that she was supposedly dead.
What an idiot. He actually thinks that Melissa Rivers tweeting for her mom in memory of her, it means that her mom is alive. Isn't that funny? Well, so you really got to filter what you see on the internet, that's for sure. It's not always easy to figure this out. All right, let's get back in the show. I don't want to, in any way, BS. Okay, we got people chatting in here that want to be recognized. Well, let's be clear. That's last year's tree, I know. That's what I'm talking about. See, people just don't even bother looking into the background of the tweets that are coming out of the Joan Rivers. You think Melissa would get rid of her mother's tweet site? I mean, hello? Yeah, whatever. She's suing the Yorkville Endoscopy Clinic because her mother, Joan, turns out was pretty outspoken about Obama and Michelle. And 1.5 months later, was killed. Yeah. Here is Joan Rivers talking about Michelle Obama.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
We already
president?
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
So we got to see Michelle dance a little bit, got to swing, got a little action there in the background, and not many people have ever seen that video except everybody who's in the show right now, because I played it about 50 times. So there you have it. But
just tonight.
It's not something that in any way you don't have to make past judgment. You don't have to claim that Michelle is a transgender like Joan Rivers did before she was executed. Or killed, I should say. Not important. You really like that gift, don't you? It's a wire from a sound pack on her waist. Wow, you got a perfect excuse for that. I was just showing you her body. You can make past judgment from there. I mean, even Sarah, she doesn't believe that Michelle is a transgender, but that's...
At this point, what difference does it make?
What difference at this point does it make? Good point. I know. Welcome, massive worldwide audience. Welcome and Happy New Year. May it be better than it was this year, and I don't know if it will be, but may it be. Hopefully. Bob is not here now. No, we don't in any way engage in talking about other shows. He's been banned permanently from our show. Why do you think I'm gay, man? I talk like a dude. You know, I can understand if I talked like this. You'd think I was gay. So, Sarah, how was everything today? That's kind of a gay way of talking, but I don't talk that way. So I don't understand why you people think I'm gay when I talk like a manly man. So, how was your day today? Did you work out? I mean, that would be definitely, I would say you're right. That would be possibly gay. I don't understand it. And we were doing a complaint to Twitch today, and we had to read all of the ridiculous legal jargon. And we found out that they don't like people impersonating people, and I don't impersonate anybody, I imitate people. David, we've been getting millions of emails, mostly from China, complaining how they can't get into your websites that you broadcast from. UHF is the only way they can see your show. I know. I wish
Where do you get the emails to? What's your email address? Just curious.
Let's just go with the idea that we're going to try to break out another talk show on another network and give you guys more access. We have a feeling that we're going to have to tell you new websites every day that we broadcast at. So I'm going to try to do some maneuvering.
They can't access YouTube, right? Because
they can't see YouTube. China locks YouTube out of China. They can't access AmericasThirdParty.com. But we've got about 7 other websites we could co-broadcast on. So I'm thinking we might want to open all of them up. And that way we can trick the censors.
Right.
I've got 6 or 7 websites I don't even broadcast on. So I won't tell you what the names are until the night that we're doing it. But that's one way we can bypass the censors. Thank you. You're at uhfratings@yahoo.com. Thank you. Images are coming in. We've got a lot of people who are concerned about how Putin and Trump now want to build up nuclear weapons. Trump will not commit to pulling rebel support. He's not being very upfront about anything. His secret relationship with Russian mobsters and Putin is on hold somehow, and we don't know where it's at. So we're kind of wondering maybe if Trump could explain to us how he proposed that Russia could contaminate our election and how Russia helped him beat Hillary Clinton. We'd like to know more about it. So a grand jury investigation would be good. John McCain, you may want to put that together. You got about 2 weeks left. Just a word of advice to John McCain and Paul Ryan, if you're watching. Mitch McConnell, you can check it into a grand jury investigation we need right now. America's on the skids with this guy now saying that Duterte's a good guy and he wants him to come to America, I'll bet. No, the UHF ratings guy is not Eric. You're an imbecile if you think that. We have ample proof that this is happening across the globe. People are watching us because, frankly, they can't afford internet connections and their internet is being censored. That's a fact. And we know that the internet...
they're able to get it in there, though.
They're able to watch our show, but they can't communicate. So they're putting up their rabbit ears and watching people watching our show on UHF. We're very popular around the world, and we really appreciate your viewership. Let's go to the next one. Where do you want to go? Go ahead.
Oh, I don't want to go anywhere.
All right. Well, we've got EarthCam right here. We can show you. Here's Sydney's Australian... Oh, this is New Year's Eve 2016.
Well, this is New Year's Eve 2016. Published on December 31st, 2016.
This is it. This is Sydney. This is one of the best, annually, one of the best fireworks displays in the country, in the world, rather. Let's watch Sydney in the background. And they do it to the music. I wish we could do it to the music. We will never be done protesting the illegal election results. You're right. It's going to go on and on. I'm protesting every night. Shart, you feel like those protesting against the election should be locked up for 10 years? You're next to go out of the room. You've just been muted. The American people have a right to protest this election, especially since Russia has contaminated it, according to the CIA and the FBI. So I don't see how anyone... Hang on. I don't see how anybody could even begin to think for a second that America can't protest their election, that we can't protest the Russian involvement in our election. Can you imagine how sick these Trump tards are? They come in here and they tell people that, oh, you can't protest this election. You should be arrested. This is exactly the kind of crap that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth. Verbal diarrhea. He said that he's going to prosecute anyone who questions him in the media or criticizes him in the media. It's insane. There are no laws giving him that authority. Yet he doesn't even know that because he's never even read the Constitution. Our nation is being victimized by stupidity. The people that voted for Trump clearly don't even know what the Constitution says. That's how bad off our country is. So if you think our country, America, is in jeopardy, we are. We're definitely in jeopardy. No question about it. It's sick to think that people are going to extract the Bill of Rights and allow Donald Trump to just willy-nilly say whatever he wants and piss off as many people as he possibly can. It's just absurd. Look at that. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Right off the balcony of the bridge.
Off the
Whoa,
bridge.
it's like a wall of fireworks. Truly, Sydney's doing an amazing job. London is close. Very close in their ability. I know. They're trying to steal our rights all the time. We're going to be celebrating New Year's Eve. Yeah, we're going to record the show from 7:45 all the way to 8:45. And then we're going to take a little break, play back the 7:45 to 8:45 show. You can still chat in the room. And we'll be back to do live New Year's Eve here at midnight. Yeah. There will be a little recorded broadcast during our show, though. So that'll play out for about an hour or so. This is the thing. Trump doesn't understand our Constitution, and clearly he's going to run into nothing but legal problems with government challenging everything he does. It's sad to see a person who's never had any political experience, never had any government experience, and has never even read the Constitution become president of the United States of America. It's a sad day for this nation. I can honestly say I've never had any political, or I should say government experience, because I've had political experience. I've run for office locally. So I've had political experience, but no government experience. It's sad to see that a man like Trump can buffalo his way across the globe and try to do a hostile takeover of our great nation and get away with it. And only hijacking the Republican Party was he able to do it. And using 10 of my ideas or more to win. That was another seriously messed up thing. I didn't want Hillary, no. But I don't want another guy. I don't want a person who's going to take away our freedoms and our rights either. I would rather the election was put in the garbage can and we had either Paul Ryan as our temporary president or we'd have Barack Obama for another year. And I can't even believe I'm saying that. That's how frightening it is to see Trump, who's trampling our entire Constitution, who doesn't even want to in any way prosecute Hillary for all these pedestal links and emails and the DNC and all the different emails that are incriminating. He won't even investigate Pizzagate. And he won't even in any way prosecute Obama for being fake and having a fake birth certificate. It's just unreal. He's not in charge right now. We'll be doing another year of anything. He's part of the same corruption, I know. It's 11 a.m. in Singapore. You know, you guys like Obama, but we have absolute 100% proof that he did fake his birth certificate. That alone negates every single thing he ever wrote. Every bill would be thrown out. It'd be so simple to go back and stop the police state that's formed under Obama. It'd be so simple to rewrite Obamacare. We'd have 6 weeks to produce something better. But Trump doesn't even want to do the simplest thing because we know that Trump is owned. Trump has already installed Kissinger's assistant, a woman, in his cabinet. He basically is owned by Kissinger. All right. I'm going to go check out. You can talk to Sarah and enjoy her beauty and the wonderfulness of our show. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so glad to be here on New Year's Eve. 2017 will be a new year. Yay. The beginning of a new year. It will be fantastic. And David will continue to do the show, which will be great. Yeah, he'll continue to do the show every day except for Sunday. So we won't do the show tomorrow, but we'll do the show a little bit later. No, not right now. David's not watching. Is there really cool fireworks in the background? I hope you're enjoying your New Year's Eve and wonder if you've set any New Year's resolutions yet. Is there one word that you think is going to define your year coming up? Last year my word was persevere, and I think that I did that. Oh, thank you. Well, you can do your own show. That's fine on that day, January 1st. That would be fantastic. But yes, I believe in persevering is very, very important. It's pretty cool. In Sydney, they had like 3 different areas of fireworks going on. All right. That was Sydney fireworks. Let's see, I'll do. This is the city of Sydney. Well, that would be interesting. 434. Proving it's rigged by Eric. Well, if they could do that, that would be good. Your New Year's resolution for 2017 is to have at least 3 videos go viral. And how do you make a video go viral? I'm not really sure about that myself, so that's why I'm asking. Yeah, quite a few people, I would say. It seems to me. I know, it seems to be more and more each night. Oh, you're saying it's not a few people, it's just one? Well, let's see if it plateaus, Carl. Maybe it's a name. You called it California Sun. Was the name of the song? Do any of your other songs have that many views? Just curious. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, 434. Yay, 1 minute, 23 seconds. Good. Congratulations, Steve-O. Now try your next round to go for longer. Oh, most were pretty long. I think the name has something, the video name has something to do with it. Might not realize it, but oh, your next song is going to be California Dreamin'? Okay. Wow, you were able to get 150,000 views? What was that video on? You Miss California? Yeah. Your pizza parlor? That sounds weird. A little bit. Alright. That's very cool. Fireworks for sure. Fireworks from the top and throughout. That's quite a fireworks display. I must admit. Good job, Sydney. Wow. Oh. You titled it UFO captured on cam and that's what made it go viral? When it really was just you golfing? That's pretty funny. And did you get a picture of like a ball in the air, right? As like your screen image capture? So then people are like, I've got to see what that ball is in the air. No, I don't. I'm sorry, 926. I'm glad that we're here celebrating New Year's with you and you have to stay home. I know that's not any fun. I kind of stayed, well, I guess the word stayed in I kind of relaxed today. Kind of feeling the same thing that you're feeling. Oh. Let's just replay that. Unless there's another one. Oh, Dubai. Sure, I'll play that. It was a black spot. It was the sun overloading your cam's sensor, and people were convinced it was a UFO. That is funny. So funny. Hilarious. Wow, that's a lot of fireworks. I don't know if I'd want to be under that many fireworks. Holy moly. That is a lot of fireworks. Dubai, Burj Khalifa fireworks. 2017. Wow. I do like fireworks though. I like watching them. It says it's Dubai Burj Khalifa, but then it says 2017 Beijing China New Year 2017 celebration. So it's Beijing China, I guess. Ooh, man, they know how to put on fireworks. Beijing China. No, I hope not. There won't be anything like that, Scarlet Man. No. Everything will be peaceful. You know, there's plenty of, love to go around for the new year. Oh, you want me to play this next? Alright, will do. UK. Wow, there's a huge bridge. You couldn't even see that. Wow. That is a lot. This is where I'll be looking at the fireworks in my local area. So if I don't respond to you, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the fireworks. That's it. No, I won't be showing anything. It's part of my New Year's resolution not to do that. David and I will probably kiss off camera at the stroke of midnight. We don't do that on camera. Thank you. Yes, I'm showing fireworks from the future. I don't think the fireworks that I'm going to see live are going to look like this. I think that's one of the reasons Bingo says they look like chemtrail fireworks, and I think that's one of the reasons. I'm not sure if David's. I'm really appreciative that David is going to the fireworks with me, because I don't think David is a big, huge firework fan. No, that's not what I wanted to watch. Oh no, I think I got rid of the... Oh, this is the one in Dubai, maybe. Okay, I'll play this one. And I think I might have gotten rid of the one that someone gave me from London. Oh no, here it is. Okay, but I'm going to go back to the Dubai one because it's going on. Alright, fireworks from around the world. How cool is that? Now I just have to find. Here it is, my third party chat. I'll play as many as I can. I should be recording this chat. That's what I was doing. I was talking like I was going to record it, but that is pretty cool with the light show as well. Nice. I know all the people with their iPads and iPhones. Yes, I believe that truth is paramount. I also believe that different people have different perspectives. Oh, he hasn't remembered that? Yeah. Can you wait to remind him until after I go and watch the fireworks bingo? Yes, the lithium too. It's been on for 18 hours. And he just interacts with you? Nothing entertaining? Really? Yeah, go to bed at 9 o'clock and then tweet, I had the best New Year's Eve ever. I stayed in bed. I haven't spent New Year's Day yet. It's still New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve I spent relaxing, doing the Netflix and chill thing. I'll be recovering for days. Wait, are you the person that said you had stomach issues? You probably will be recovering for days. Oh, I'm sure he'll come back to you after tonight, and then you can talk to him about the lithium and the chemtrails, and he'll be, why did Sarah take me out to see those? She insisted. No, what does that mean, 503? I thought it meant, like, you just lay in your bed and watch Netflix movies. Is that what it means? Because that's what I thought it means. Because that's what I did. Aw, that's sweet. He's just in the other room. Don't worry, 179. Hi, Zach. Oh. Really? I thought it meant, like, laying down and watching Netflix. I guess I've become an old lady. Because what Netflix and chill to me means watching Netflix and not doing anything. I guess I take things literally at their meaning. You know, like when you guys said Well, some other things that have been said, like tossing salads, I was like, yeah, I take the tongs and mix up the salad, the lettuce. I know, I think it means different things to different people. Wow, you guys are educating me on all the new lingo. This is London. Here we go. London fireworks. There's Big Ben. Yeah, I know what it is now. 7179, thanks to you guys. Yeah, I'm learning things I never wanted to know. Well, then it might be a good movie set for your dystopian novel. Or blue cheese dressing or anything like that. Birmingham? Oh, Birmingham, UK. Well, that's going to be me. I'm going to be one of those people standing in the streets looking at the bright lights. Look at the lights! I don't know what fruit salad is. I don't know. Do I want to know? London has the best fireworks in the UK. That's a pretty cool fireworks show. Wow. Amazing. What do I think about sanctuary cities? I think that we need to stop the problem at the border, and then people wouldn't be traveling to sanctuary cities if they weren't able to travel across the border. And I was talking to David about this the other day. I truly believe that we need to make our border agents deputy judges so that we can work through our legal process much quicker. Well, sanctuary is not necessarily a Catholic term. It's a term meaning a place where you can go and not be persecuted. It might, it probably relates back to Catholicism. Thank you, Carpet, for asking. It's Sarah with an H. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Jay. Happy New Year's and peace to you as well. Well, purgatory is also a Catholic term. Correct. UK. Yes, it's a silent age. I'm sure the fireworks cause global warming. It's a celebration. It's a celebration of a new year. Alright, I'm going to start recording our show. Well, I'll wait.
Okay, so this year we're going to crack the peach organic sparkling juice. We're gonna. I'm gonna throw this. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this in the cooler.
All right, nice.
So this is something we got from France. Yes, Val de France.
Well, we got this from a store that got it from France.
Yeah, that was originally from France. So. Cool.
All right, awesome. I was gonna start the recording because I have awesome fireworks going on in the background.
Okay, why don't you just start the recording and we'll start with that. Yeah.
Okay, let me pause this.
It's an internal recording, so.
Actually, I'm going to go back on this one because I have.
It's balsamic vinegar, you think? Yeah. It's 19. 99, was it? No, 2003, I think we got this. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go start local recording. Right.
Yep. Right, so this is it.
Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's going to be 2017 very, very soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you some fireworks in the background from around the world. This is Sydney's firework display. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
From the city of Sydney. Yeah. Exactly.
We got the bubbly here. We got some peach organic juice, sparkling juice from France. We're going to be opening up tonight. From I think we got this about maybe 10 years ago or 12 years ago.
We'll find out if it's still good.
Last year we opened up the apple cider and it was really bad. Remember that? It was it was like too old. Well, hopefully this will be tasty.
If it's too old, we'll just wash it down with some water and.
Yeah, it'll be water time. We'll be toasting with fresh filtered water.
Yes.
Non-fluoridated water. So
I just was telling everyone that if I don't respond to you and you're like, is this live? Why isn't she saying hi to me?
Yeah.
It's because David has been so kind to take me to the fireworks locally. And I just want to say thank you very much.
You're welcome. I can't wait. Well, you told me last night that you didn't think I liked fireworks. I like fireworks, but I don't like the fact that they produce so much sulfur.
Sulfur, lithium, they're actually caused by chemtrails.
No, I don't know what to say about that, but all I can say is that the downside is, the Earth is getting polluted to the max, and we're still blowing off fireworks, and we don't seem to have any awareness of what's happening. The chemtrails that are dropping in our heads every day, they're spraying us like insects, and we're trying to get that message out to so many people, and they're so resistant. They keep saying, oh no, I don't believe they're chemtrails. It's just condensation from the planes. And I think we need to keep working on that. So we'll be doing that. But making you aware that, obviously fireworks can be dangerous. There was a terrible explosion in Mexico.
Yes, there was.
About a week ago or so. And it was really, really bad. Many people died from fireworks. So it's not exactly easy to acquire all this amazement and dazzling stuff. It's dangerous.
It's cool.
It's dangerous. These
I
people
know
are
it is
risking
pretty
it.
dangerous, yes.
I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Well, David doesn't fly in a plane because he doesn't like pollution. And then he drives hybrid cars. That's the thing, to avoid pollution. So he's doing his part to help the planet. But I like fireworks. I remember one year, somebody, before I met David, somebody like, oh, let's go to the beach for New Year's. And I was new to the area at like New Year's Eve, and I was like thinking, oh, this guy, local person, probably knows the where the fireworks are, right? And he's going to take me to the beach to see the fireworks. And there were no fireworks. I was so bummed.
We're getting rain right now. So you may want to actually, seriously rethink that, I don't know, are they going to blow off fireworks in the rain?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so rain or shine?
The nice thing about, well, I can double check, but the nice thing about blowing them off in the rain is that there will be less sulfur in the air. Because the rain will just make it drop to the ground faster. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure it's rain or shine. Yeah. So, and the good thing about the rain is that other people will be like David and be like, we shouldn't go see the fireworks because they're not going to do them. So then there will be less people, which will be even better for David as well. Yes, it's true. 736, correct. Fireworks are canceled in the rain and wind. I'm like you, Zach. You like fireworks as well. Yes, there's a lot of people that like fireworks. I like these. That's so cool to see it from the sky. That's very cool. Well, I can see it under windy conditions. Oh, okay, so that was Sydney. Now I was going to show you. Is it this one? No.
Okay, so I warmed up the gluten-free spaghetti squash dinner we made on Thursday and put cheese on it. So there's dinner in there for you if you want it.
Oh, nice.
And I made a nice artichoke, so have half of that too. That's in there.
All right. This
All
is
right.
unbelievable. This is China followed by Dubai. But if you don't want to watch the whole Dubai one, you can go to this one, which is London.
One of the MASH actors died, Father Mulcahy.
There's going to be hot coffee, hot cocoa, and more.
Did you see that one of the MASH actors died?
Oh.
Father Macaulay.
Oh.
You remember MASH? You were a big MASH. I think you watched MASH as a kid, right?
Yeah, I watched MASH.
Yeah, the father in that movie
Yeah.
died at 84. Yeah, unfortunate loss of life. A lot of people are dying. I think the 4 major stars that died recently are actually 5. Well, 4. I think 4 with Alan Thicke. And, of course, there's Debbie Reynolds and her daughter, Carrie Fisher, and George Michael. Those are 3, 4. So the allegations that the Queen called for the removal of these 4, I don't know. I can't verify that story. And I've been seeing a lot of fake stories out there. It's called satire, and you can call it news. You can call it satire. The fact of the matter is, anytime the government tells you that something is not true or it is true, that's called censorship. You are the decider. You, the viewer, are the decider what's true and not in this world. So you have to use your mind to determine, is there enough evidence to suggest that there's something really going on in Washington, D.C.? Is there a Pizzagate thing really happening? It's not the government's position to tell people that that's what's happening. You think I should not mention Alan Thicke in that same sentence? Okay.
They can still shoot off fireworks in the rain. Contrary to popular belief, firework materials are placed in waterproof bags.
Chill this drink here.
So, good. All right.
What just happened? Oh, I just touched the heater.
Yeah, that's all. I appreciate the people that are shooting off fireworks in the rain. This is pretty amazing. This is over in China. This is quite the display of fireworks in China, I must say. Of course, they probably manufacture the fireworks in China that they're shooting off in this one. This is, yeah.
So they say Debbie Reynolds died from a thing called broken heart syndrome, and it's true, the body breaks apart. The heart bisects when there's a lot of emotional stress. Believe it or not, this is actually true.
Yeah.
Emotional stress can actually rip your heart apart. You have to be careful. Whenever you deal with stress...
Look at all those. This is...
oh, I know. It's amazing.
This is China.
It's phenomenal. You definitely have to minimize stress. Debbie Reynolds should have had a Valium or something, or a couple Valium. I don't know if she was getting treatment that day. But what's really interesting about the whole death of all these actors, they all died of a heart attack. Alan Thicke died of a heart attack. Debbie Reynolds died of a stroke/heart attack.
Do you have a thing of the 133 people that died?
I do. We do.
It's
right
tribute film to them.
You can look for it. It's called Celebrity right there.
Okay.
It's on the screen. Let me just kick it up. Well, I mean, that's done now, so I'll just go there. These are celebrity deaths in 2016. Some of the most famous figures we lost this year. We can go through some of them as a retrospect, or play the video. Yeah. She had experienced strokes before, Smokin' Jay. Okay, I did not know Debbie Reynolds did that. Thank you. Either way, I don't see any evidence of any foul play because I don't see any evidence at all. Okay. So that makes me wonder, was there foul play? Pat Harrington, comedian, had his own TV show. David Bowie allegedly died, although I don't believe it.
Celine Dion's husband and manager, Renee
Angelou
or something.
Yeah, he died. And, you know, she has to deal with the burden of that. Alan Rickman, classically trained British stage star and sensual screen villain in the Harry Potter saga, died of Die Hard and other films, died. I remember him, he's great. Dan Haggerty, wow. The rugged, bearded actor who starred in the film and TV series The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams passed away at age 74. Oh, and no one can forget Glenn Frey, the work he did with the Eagles, Hotel California, Life in the Fast Lane. He died on January 18th of intestinal disorder that he had for a long, long time.
Jay in the chat room lost his father-in-law on November 1st.
Oh, wow.
And then his mom passed away on the 4th. She died of a broken heart.
Oh, yeah. Another situation where a person can die of a broken heart. Good point, Smokin' Jay. Police guitarist Andy Summers turned 74 today. He's still alive. I don't want to miss anybody. Who's this?
This is
Abe Bigoda. Who did I miss earlier?
Bigoda. No one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do anything.
Abe Bigoda, the guy from that comedy show, fantastic actor. The Godfather, he played in. Barney Miller, that was his big claim to fame. Yeah, died on January 26th, of last year. These are just the beginning. Paul Kantner, the founding member of Jefferson Airplane, who stayed with the seminal band through his transformation from the 60s hippies to the 70s hit makers, and eventually became Jefferson Starship. January.
They have a Sarah song.
You know, I met the drummer for Jefferson Starship. I used to deliver T-shirts to that group. It's interesting. Joe Alasky, a prolific voice
He was
director.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny died. Joe Alasky.
He died. Wow.
Maurice White, of the Earth, Wind, and Fire, founder whose horn-driven band sold more than 90 million albums, died on February 3rd. I don't know. Philip Seymour Hoffman seems like it was before that, McLean. Yeah. Dave Mirra, BMX legendary fame, died. That was a shocker. Edgar Mitchell, the Apollo 14 astronaut who became the sixth man on the moon, died. If you believe that, you know.
If you believe that. They put a man on the moon. Man on the moon. All right.
Vanity, Denise Katrina Matthews, better known as Prince protege Vanity, who sang in the girl band Vanity 6, appeared in the films Last Dragon and Action Jackson. She died on February 15th. Wow, she was, pretty young. Antonia Scalia, oh my gosh, an influential conservative, most provocative member of the U.S. Supreme Court, died on February 13th, and they never investigated his death. There was never an autopsy. He was shuttled off to have his body, to the coroner, have his body cleaned out, and they put some sort of they do this with everybody, embalm them if you offer. He was embalmed within an hour and a half of being dead. George Gaines, I still cannot understand that one.
I used to watch Punky Brewster a lot. I watched Punky Brewster.
Boutros Ghali passed away, the veteran Egyptian diplomat who helped negotiate this country's landmark peace deal with Israel, but clashed with the U.S. when he served a single term as a UN Secretary General, died on February 16th. Angela Big Ange Raiola, the raspy-voiced owner of the reality show Mob Wives, she passed away. Wow.
Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird.
Right. Umberto Eco, Italian author who intrigued, puzzled, and delighted readers worldwide with his best-selling historical novel, The Name of the Rose. I never even read that. I missed so much of his life, too.
And I guess that since it happened before midnight, there's another
Father Macaulay's died, yeah.
Yeah.
We had another one just die. William Christopher, the person who played Father Macaulay over on Mad Dog.
Over on MASH.
I said Mad. Did I say Mad Dog? Thank you.
Yes.
Over on Mad Dog. He posted it. We're going too fast, Sarah.
Okay,
these people's lives are so short. I don't want to spend less than 1 second with somebody who'd lived a wonderful life, and he's probably a great guy, and nobody got to know him.
Sonny James, country singer.
Sonny James, Young Love. Tony Burton, who played Apollo Creed's inspirational boxing trainer in the Rocky franchise. He died on February 25th, Tony Burton. Yeah. Sylvester's still alive, though. George Kennedy. Oh, I didn't realize he lived to be 91. Oh, my goodness. George Kennedy, the hulking, tough guy actor who
Cool Hand Luke.
was in Cool Hand Luke. He played in Airport, too, a couple of movies he was in. Lee Raherman, the former TV Ivy League football star who shot to fame as a towering muscular hawk on the popular series American Gladiators. He died on March 1st. Wow, at 49. I wonder what he died of. They say that people are really vulnerable when they're in football. You can die, the average age is like 53 years old for a lot of the guys in the line. It's such a rough sport. Joey Feek.
Whoa.
Of the award. Yeah, 40 years old. Award-winning country duo Joey and Rory. Wow. Pat Conroy, the author of The Great Santini and The Prince of Tides, passed away. These novels drew upon his bruising childhood in the vistas of South Carolina. Nancy Reagan, oh yeah.
Oh, she passed away.
There she is with Ronald Reagan. There's Nancy. Well, we don't want to spend much time on any of these. We got to keep moving here. George Martin, oh yeah, the Beatles, an urbane producer who quietly guided the band's swift historic transformation from rowdy club act to musical and cultural revolutionaries. So in other words, the Illuminati expert who was in control of the Beatles. Keith Emerson of Emerson, Lake and Palmer died on March 11th, age 71. Wow, Frank Sinatra Jr., who claimed or carried on his father's legacy with his own music career, and whose kidnapping as a young man added a bizarre chapter to his father's legendary life. He died on March 16th. Wow, Bob Ebeling, the booster cricket rocket engineer.
He spent decades filled with guilt over not stopping the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Hey, wait a second. Somebody just said we must depopulate the world for greater good. I'm going to mute that. I don't allow that crap in this room. I believe that the world can easily sustain over 10 billion people. And I've even said how we can do it. We've got to get the rich elite out of the way, and we could easily distribute enough resources and clean our environment of carbon. But the problem is these people want to gain control and depopulate the world. Wait a second. We got to do Rob Ford. Let me do Rob Ford and just take a break here. Okay?
Okay.
Because Rob Ford's got some... Let me just take over the mouse if you don't mind.
Wait, in just a sec. I'm just going to go back so it shows his name. There you go.
Rob Ford. He was a guy I think was falsely accused of... Just because he had a drug problem didn't mean he didn't help the people of Toronto. And when you look at his career... He fought the big corporate guys in Toronto to preserve things for people in low rent districts. People that had to preserve the cost of rent. But Rob Ford has been a phenomenal personal inspiration to a lot of people who are heavily addicted to drugs. What happened to him was almost bizarre. He died of this rare cancer. It was almost like they wanted to shut him up or something. It was very strange. So we got a little tribute here to Rob Ford. Just a little bit of his music. It was actually a tribute rap song to Rob.
If David can find it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, there are a lot of people that have died on Earth.
Yeah, you seem pretty upset about that. Do you lose sleep over all the deaths that we're experiencing right now? Because I know I'm not going to lose too much sleep. But
No.
But Rob Ford was addicted to crack, and he's became very, very known for that.
I want to release this video. Your mayor has sold crap. It is what it is, and I can't change the past. I don't know. Have I tried that? Yes, it's my mistake. I know I have no back left. I know the crack is all Rob Ford.
Oh yeah, and just to take it out of context, you can go back to the run here. Joe Garagiola, 90, the former Today anchor and baseball player. Joe Garagiola passed away. Chicago Cub fame. And Gary Chandling, the most unfunny, funny guy I've ever seen on Earth.
Yeah, he was not funny.
Jim Harrison, fiction writer, outdoorsman, reveler, who enjoyed Legends of the Fall, he wrote.
Legends of the Fall.
There is no evidence that Rob Ford was addicted to crack. Good point.
Mother Mary Angelica. So many Catholics were upset at her death.
Yeah, Mother Mary. How old did Mother Mary Angelica live? 92. 92. Isn't that amazing? Patty Duke. Oh, wow. I grew up watching her. You probably don't know her as well as I do, but she was known for her bipolar disorder and how to deal with it. Not Mother Mary, not your Mother Mary, Diamond Dave. Diamond Dave. David Lee Roth is here, everybody, folks. David Lee Roth is a famous musician in his own right. Diamond Dave is going to be representing the legacy of David Lee Roth tonight. He said he was David Lee Roth. And they have the NSA watching. Hi, guys. Grab a cup of coffee, hang out. We're just processing the worst election year in American history. I'm sorry, you just passed 4 people that died.
Yes,
and I can't
I did.
remember. She's like flying by, and they're not even giving homage to any of these people.
Oh, the lady that played on Everybody Loves Raymond died.
Did Merle Haggard die too? Did you just go by Merle Haggard and just blow by him, and I didn't even see it? Oh my gosh, you blew by Merle Haggard. Oh my
God.
God.
You know what's really sad is this Eric Bauersfeld, who doesn't even have a picture. And then I have to mention also, of course, Fife Dog earlier. Alright, David Guest. Doris Roberts.
This is amazing. I got to put on a hat for this one. That Merle Haggard, I got to show a little respect.
China.
Howdy, everybody. Oh, China died? Yeah, she had a major... let me give you her last moments, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
You don't mind.
We'll find that. I do mind, but that's okay.
I'm slowing her down. She wants to get through all these dead people as fast
Sarah
as possible.
knows that Fife Dog died this year.
Who did?
Fife Dog.
Fife Dog. Oh,
He
no.
was like a rapper.
Yo, I did not know that. That makes me very unaware of rap. This is just a day before China died. This was her interview with the people on her follower list on Twitter. She got real drunk, we believe. But her death is kind of a mystery to me. One day before she died.
Just waking up to this.
Drinking juice, that's healthy for you. You know, trying to clear out, get the toxins out. I would not be an evangelist preacher, no. Well, I'm wearing like an Australian, this is a typical Australian hat.
That's very important.
Now listen to her words and what she's saying, and she has a message for everybody.
Drink as much as I can of it.
Have you seen this?
Windows.
She missed it. Check this view out.
I did hear.
Check the view she had.
Sunday, guess what?
You're watching Times Square Live?
Wow. Smoothie. Can I have a little honeybee there? Outfit ready.
Party
Suitcase packed and ready to go. Was packed anyway, so I'm just leaving it there. I'm drooling already.
She's drooling already. This is her last day.
Let's check out the surfers and see if they're out there. Oh, they're out there.
Look at the beautiful view she had. Wow.
Person, see if they're out there. Oh, they're
Check
out
this
there.
view out. Look at this.
I can't see it because your thing's in the way.
How's that?
Okay, better.
Now that is so beautiful. She got to look at that every day of her life. Now you can't tell me that's not so bad. You feel so bad for her. I'm so sorry. But look at the cool view she had, man. She had a cool view, yeah. So let's just say goodnight to China and all of her.
The red Solo Cup also died.
Look at how buff she was in this picture too. Check this out.
Yeah,
you realize how
very
much
buff.
work and steroids a woman has to take to look like that, you know? I mean, I don't even look that good, you know? You don't feel sorry for anything. Are you a sociopath or diagnosed with sociopathy in any way? She is someone's a daughter, I know. I don't judge. I know, Diamond Dave. Thank you. David Lee Roth, everybody. Allegedly.
Prince.
Did people believe that you're David Lee Roth, or you you tell people that, or
Michelle McNamara.
she'd knock you out, Dave? I know, she's tough.
Isabel Denor.
Whoa, what am I missing here? What happened to her face? Oh, she had her partial face transplant. This woman, age 49, Isabel Denor died. I'm going to look at the board. I'm screwed on the board here. Papa Wamba, 66, known around the world as king of Congolese rumba, died. And Billy Paul, 80, jazz singer, soul musician, best known. Yeah, I don't need to read off of the script. It's okay.
No, you don't.
Let's just look at the people and say a prayer for everyone.
I mean, I'm still back in May. We have the whole year to get through.
She's hauling, man. Oh man, she was a former Black Panther. Jane Little too. Look at her. She's quite little. Played 71 years. Beautiful musician. Emilio Navarra, the Grammy Award winner, known for his Tejano music to her queen, the king of Tejano music. Is that right? Tejano? I think the J's silent. Tejano? Guy Clark, 74, the Texas songwriter. He wrote L.A. Freeway and Desperados, Waiting for the Train. Desperados. Morley I don't think that was... Morley Safer died, 84. The guy who's had the same face for 40 years. Amazing. Alan Young, 96. He was Mr. Ed's guy. He was the straight guy with Mr. Ed. You never saw Mr. Ed, did you?
I saw maybe 2 episodes.
Okay, then. Lots of famous people died. It's complete star whacker situation. Now, how many of these investigated?
Menza from Megadeth.
Wow. And a Muhammad Ali finally said goodbye at age 74. The silver tongue. You move on. It's just. It's only Muhammad Ali, the most recognized name in world history. We don't need to talk about that.
Civil rights champion.
Let's just move on. Kimbo Slice died at 42, the bearded street fighter who parlayed his internet popularity into a mixed martial arts career. He died at 42. Kimbo Slice. Teresa Saldana, wow. The Raging Bull actress who survived a stalker's brutal attack to become a crime victim's advocate. Passed away at the age of 61. She must have had a pretty traumatic life with a stalker and an attacker and all that. Gordie Howe, known as Mr. Hockey. The farm boy whose blend of talent and toughness made him the NHL's quintessential star, died. Christina Grimmie allegedly died. Yeah, we don't know if she really did die because so many people think it's a false flag that she just made this story up. I don't know.
But then she just disappeared?
Maybe. I don't believe Harambe is human. Ron Lester passed away. Anton Yelchin, the charismatic and rising actor best known for playing Chekhov in the new Star Trek films, died. How old was he? 27. That's just too young.
That's young. Very young.
Ralph Stanley, 89.
89. That's a good age.
The godfather of bluegrass. Bernie Worrell.
72.
70. Wizard of Woo. Funkadelic musical empire was created by Bernie Worrell. Performance influenced many genres of music. He died at age 72. His own SUV crushed him, really.
This is a good long life, 87.
Bill Cunningham. Yeah. Photographer.
Alvin Toffler was also 87.
Can we take a moment here? Because, I mean, I'm overwhelmed with future shock here, and you keep moving things around.
He says that because Alvin Toffler wrote Future Shock.
Yeah. Alvin Toffler died. He wrote another book called The Third Wave, which was considered by many, he's 87, the guru of the post-industrial age, considered by many people a phenomenal futurist who predicted, now get this, that someday we'd have all the things we needed and we'd be able to sit in our house and play video games and create. He didn't mention video games, but hello, Happy New Year from Latvia. Latvian girl is here. Latvians for David. Welcome. Pat Summitt, winningest coach in college basketball history. She died at 64. She brought the game from obscurity to national prominence. Women's basketball has never been the same. Eli Wiesel of the Wiesenthal Institute, the Romanian-born Holocaust survivor whose classic Night became a landmark testament to the Nazis. The book was amazing and well received. He was extremely adept. Michael Cimino, the Oscar-winning director, The Deer Hunter, passed away at 77 years old. And his hair kind of looked like mine. You know, you could even have hair like that. Check that out.
I think that's a wig.
I know. But that's kind of a cool wig. I like that, if that was a wig.
Oh, the first actress to play Lois Lane.
Oh.
She was 95. There was a 1948 movie, Serial Superman. Wow.
Yeah. Hello, Smokin' J. Yes, you sent me a letter. Okay, thanks.
Mark Takai, U.S. Representative, war veteran, and longtime legislator, known for his bright future.
Could I take a moment to look at the living before we can... Mark Takai was a veteran, longtime legislator.
Oh, we can stop and go back to fireworks.
You want to take a break of dead people? Let's just look at this for a second, because this just came in. I don't believe it. Mad Dog just sent this. Imagine the Candles, the world's oldest man, Maba Gotu, celebrates what he claims to be his 146th birthday. What does he look like? Whoa! I'm beginning to believe he may be 146. Look at that guy. He cannot remember his birth date, but says he can remember the building of a sugar factory in 1880. That man's phenomenal. So we don't know if he's the oldest man living on Earth or not.
1880. That's pretty a long time ago.
That's one of those, you'd almost say, well, no birth certificate, how can you be sure? But I would almost agree. Didn't he look like he was 146? He looked like a mummy. I know, Smokin' Jay. I know. So if you're watching this in recorded broadcast time, we're out and about looking at some fireworks in our area, but we'll be back. Right now we're live, but in a while we won't be. And then we'll be back for our live celebration here. Barry Jenner, 75, veteran actor who rocketed into space, Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Wow. Kenny Baker, lovable R2-D2 in the Star Wars.
Oh, whoa, look at that.
The little guy
he was R2-D2.
He's just flushing them out of the... Just, here we go, out the door. Another one bites the dust. Yeah.
Well, they're all, lived a good long life.
Just flow through here, and it's like, whoa, Lou Pearlman, these guys are amazing. Oh my God, he's a great actor. Matt Roberts, a guitarist and founding member of the rock band Three Doors Down, died on August... Well, you notice they don't even tell you how old he was when he died?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? How old was Matt Roberts when he died? I hope to be at least 150, yeah. I bet it does, all shriveled up and everything, yep. Lou Pearlman. Gene Wilder. Can we just stop for Gene Wilder? Because I met him. You're going to go out in the fireworks. This rain pouring down rain here. We're going to see.
Okay, forget it. We can go.
No, we'll do it. But I mean, geez, it's just amazing. I met Gene Wilder at the Hollywood Palladium. He was doing a speech.
He was a funny guy.
He was. Gene was a genius. He was doing a speech. Thank you, David Lee Roth. He was doing a speech on how to become an actor-writer combo in Hollywood, kind of promote yourself in all different areas. And I was interested in that at the time, even though I wasn't an actor. And I was amazing talking to him in the lobby before he got on. He actually had a cigarette that he lit right in front of me with the filter. And I'll never forget the awkwardness of him lighting the filter because he was so nervous to go on stage. And I got to tell you something about comedians that are really the best comedians out there. They are nervous like you wouldn't believe. They got so nervous before people. Comedians are that way. They really don't like that. When they get into it, they love it. It's the nerves that almost, And then, of course, he lost Gilda Radner, great comedian of the Saturday Night Live fame. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the number is really getting close to 136, I think, Latvians for David. 133 to 136. So we got a few more minutes before anyone dies in the U.S. He was a truly brilliant actor, but I had that 1 minute with Gene Wilder in the lobby there, and it's memorable in my mind, and I'll never forget it. We had a little chat back and forth. I'm writing about it in my book. All right, we can move on now. 1 hour and 13 minutes left to the top of the hour.
I was going to go move on. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'll continue the roll.
I'm gonna go have dinner.
It's time for din. Sarah. Okay.
I don't think
Thank
David
you.
ate.
I did. I had a few bites. Yeah. Help yourself, but save me half of the artichoke, please.
Oh, I'll save you all of them.
No, please. The artichoke is good for you. Believe me. It's full of natural. They say the artichoke cleans the liver. That and peaches and carrots are known to do that. Carrots, peaches, and artichoke. They're good for cleaning the liver. That's what I've heard. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. So Gene Wilder, what a guy. What a brilliant actor. What a great personality. Do we have any Gene Wilder here we can bring into the show? Gene. Let's see, Gene, where are you? I don't have any Gene Wilder on tap right now. I have him doing a blackface impersonation. One of the funniest ever. Let's see if I can bring that up. Yeah, it's going to be hard to pull up. Dang. Let's go ahead and pull it up off the internet. One of the funniest blackface scenes ever in history. Here it is. It's from Silver Streak. This is him. Brilliant guy. Very funny. Freedom of speech, everybody. There's nothing wrong with freedom of speech. That's what this country is dedicated to.
I can't pass for black. That's my man. That's my man.
Okay, let me let it cue up just a second. Yeah.
For black. That's my man. That's my man. I don't think we'll make it past the cops.
We'll make it past the cops. I just hope we don't see no Muslims.
Whoa, did you hear that? So back in the day, they were already using the anti-Muslim sentiment that has now become a national mantra in our country, with all the Trump supporters wanting to ID Muslims and deport people. It's interesting how we go back to that. That's what happens when you have political correctness for 8 years under Obama. Well, let's be clear. And then you hear him using the N-word on a podcast. The whole thing is ridiculous. Yeah. Do not threaten anybody here. Yeah. 937, you're out of here, man. Yeah, you just violated our chat etiquette. You know, you're treating us, Diamond Dave, terribly. We have a crash. Hold on. We're regrouping right now. Hopefully I can pull out of this. Might have made it. Okay. We did it. Okay, good. Sometimes I drop off the broadcast doing that. It was a computer crash. A little too much going on. Okay, well, that was Gene Wilder. We left off there in the list of people that died this year. Really sad. It's not really something that we can all figure out. When there is no investigation, like in the case of Carrie Fisher, and Debbie Reynolds, and George Michael, and Alan Thicke, no investigation at all, and they all died of a heart attack. I don't know. I'm smelling something a little weird here. Doesn't quite seem normal, I tell you. We're back. Stir Crazy was great. Yeah, that's right, Mad Dog. He was incredible. Gene Wilder was a great actor. Of course, we all recently remember him as Willy Wonka. A lot of kids remember Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka. Amazing. So we're going to leave off at Gene Wilder. Okay. Patrick or Tim LaHaye. co-author of the Left Behind series. He died. Okay. There are 4 DHS helicopters, Department of Homeland Security helicopters over New York City. Good. That's a good sign. We'll go to live footage in just a second. Miss Cleo of the Psychic Friends Network. If you guys are members of the Psychic Friends Network, you probably got the memo psychically that Miss Cleo passed away. Did all of you feel that? Her actress who became famous playing the Jamaican psychic Miss Cleo, claiming to know callers' futures in a ubiquitous TV infomercial and commercial, died at the age of 53. All right, we are going to ask 740 to stop that permanently. And here's the Waco Kid. Somebody really liked Gene Wilder. Has the Waco Kid on tap here. I think yeah, let's take a look here. The Waco Kid.
I don't know if you ever heard of me before, but I used to be called the Waco Kid. I was just walking down the street, and I heard a voice behind me say, "Reach for it, mister." I spun around, and there I was, face to face with a 6-year-old kid. Well, I just threw my guns down, walked away. Little bastard shot me in the ass. So I limped to the nearest saloon, crawled inside a whiskey bottle, and I've been there ever since.
You know, I think what made him a great actor is he could ad-lib. He didn't have any problem ad-libbing. He was incredibly quick on his feet. And he had a charm about him, you know? Yeah. Great actor. Okay, Gene Wilder had an enormous amount of time on this list. John Polito, the raspy voiced actor, whose 200 plus credits ranged from Homicide, Life on the Street, Modern Family. He was a modern actor that most of us saw on television. John Polito, age 65, passed away. Notice how they're all going up into heaven. I'm lifting them up into the sky. I wish I could ad-lib? I am the best ad-libber on earth. My whole show is ad-lib. I have never had any scripted work for 8 years. I've done over 8,000 hours of broadcasting ad-lib. I'm probably the most, I guess, prolific ad-libber ever to talk on television to anybody, even though this is internet television. I know. Duterte is killing drug cartels. You know, and I got to tell you, you can't kill drug cartels without giving them rights. Yeah. When you were born, the Lord didn't say, "Go forth and kill drug dealers." And the priest from MASH died. Yes, Noble Watchman. No presents for us. Thank you. We're very humble. Okay. I think we have a worm burrowed into your heel. I think this is one of the nicest haircuts I've ever had, to be honest. And when I first started, with the hair issue, my life became a more of a public thing. And now the hair thing occupies almost 50% of the show, just talking about the hair. So I think we've accomplished a lot. It's kind of like a flow bee, but it's called a scissors. And when I cut my hair, I like to keep it really, kind of choir boy-like thing, so I look really innocent. And, yeah. It does seem like the Dumb and Dumber movie. Yeah, you're right. I think it's the dumberest hairdo ever. Yep. I'm straight. All right, let's move on. We've got Jerry Heller here, the recording impresario, who helped NWA bring West Coast rap acts to worldwide fame. Jerry Heller was one of the elite Jewish entertainment moguls. You've known so many Jewish entertainment moguls out there who brought rap music to the forefront. Major names like 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg and Dogg built their career off of Jerry Heller. Alright? And let's moving on. Phyllis Schlafly, 92, an outspoken conservative activist who helped defeat the ERA amendment in the 1970s and founded the Eagle Forum political group, died on September 5th. She just did not want women to have rights. Yeah, you got to look at that as a... Could you please get that white thing off my face? Thank you. It's more gooder than the dumberest. I'm trying to believe, I'm trying to break ground all the time, as opposed to breaking wind. I don't need anybody to cut my hair. I like the way this hair looks. I think it looks great. It's a useful haircut. It makes me feel like I'm a college guy again. Can't you give me that at least? All right, moving on. Phyllis Schlafly decided to destroy equal rights for everyone, and at 92, I'm definitely straight, yeah.
Merle Haggard was from California, but he was definitely not queer, David.
Well, we're putting up with a lot of trolls tonight. I'll tell you, you guys are having a troll day. And she was a good Christian and an Eagle supporter.
Lady Chablis,
59, the transgender performer who became an unlikely celebrity for her role in the 1994 bestseller Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Lady Chablis has passed away at the age of 59. Greta Zimmer Friedman, a 92, the woman in an iconic photo shown kissing an ecstatic sailor celebrating the end of World War II. This was her smooching. The most infamous photo of the 1940s. She was being smooched. That's right. She was the nurse in Times Square. She died at 92. Greta Zimmer Friedman. Wow, that could have been my mom. My mom was in Times Square in 1946. That's where she met my dad. Well, actually, she met him in the Marines at Camp Lejeune, and then they went up to New York and they spent New Year's Eve together. And you know what? Let me tell you a little story about this. Is the shot from New Year's Eve? My mother and father were in this scene. I'm serious. This is kind of exciting. You're not going to believe this. My mother and father were there, and there must have been probably 50,000 people in the middle of the street, and she actually heard her brother call her name, and they actually saw each other. From all this crowd, her brother, my sister's brother, called her out and says, "Yeah, Virginia, Grace." Okay, Twitch, IRL is going crazy tonight. It should. Yeah, we were kicked off of Twitch tonight. We were falsely hit by trolls. They claimed I was putting out hate speech, which is insane. I've never done hate speech. Yeah, that could have been my mom. Seriously. And we just sent our appeal in tonight to get back on Twitch. So hopefully we'll make that happen. It's really amazing, 347. I am connected to every major event in history, and now you know kind of what my book's about. Yeah, I carry, in the book, I talk about a history of my family dating back from, all the way to the 1600s, really. Yeah, it's kind of an amazing book, an odyssey of one family. But also, it has a lot of pointers about life, too, philosophy. I have not published the name yet. You don't know what it is. Alexi Arquette, 47, the pioneering transgender actress and member of the prominent Hollywood family, the Arquette family. She passed away at age 47. I wonder if it was a complication due to something. I wonder, you look at this. So you go on the death there, you get more information. The cause of death was not provided, but the statement said she passed away surrounded by love. So we have no idea what this transgender, leading pioneering transgender actress had wrong with her. She was born Robert, she was the sister of Patricia and David Arquette. So we really don't know what what happened. We don't even know why she died. It's very strange. If you have any questions about anybody I mentioned here, feel free to ask. We know that Obama quietly signed the Pioneering Disinformation Act. Oh, really? That's right, Awesome Carl. That was not, it was another sailor that grabbed her, but she was married to another service member. Thanks, Carl. That woman that was just kissed earlier. Wow. All right. Well, this is moving on here. Strange that you don't see somebody's cause of death. And it's strange they didn't investigate Carrie Fisher. There wasn't one single photograph of Carrie Fisher on a videotape from a cell phone, and everybody had cell phones on board the plane. Isn't that weird? And isn't it equally strange? Excuse me, I have to move this transgender woman in front of... there you go. Edward Albee. Oh, yeah. Wrote Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? 3-time Pulitzer Prize winning playwright. Died at 88. Edward Albee. Yeah, no pictures at all of Carrie Fisher. No videotape, surveillance of videotape of her sitting in her chair before she died. I would think that it would be very important to know if she was approached by anybody with a syringe with a heart attack weapon in it. I mean, don't you think that would be important to know? She could have been injected for all we know. Seriously. There's absolutely no investigations going into George Michael, Carrie Fisher. There's no autopsy yet. I mean, I can't believe this. Oh, he'd have a lot of problems getting into my house. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Any one of his forces would meet an instantaneous problem. Let's just put it that way. Let me tell you, have you seen the AA-12? Well, this is just a small facsimile of what goes on in America. We have the ability to defend our homes, obviously, with home defending capability. Introducing the AA-12. Check this out.
I'd like to introduce you to a shotgun for the 21st century, the AA-12.
Now, this would get me kicked off of Twitch. Just putting this gun on the screen. They do not allow guns on Twitch. I can't play this video on Twitch. So luckily, you get to see it.
I'd like to introduce you to a shotgun for the 21st century, the AA-12.
Watch this.
The Auto Assault 12 is a fully automatic, gas-operated, low-recoil, 12-gauge shotgun designed specifically for the military. One blast from a shotgun is terrifying enough, but the AA-12 delivers at an incredible rate of nearly 300 rounds a minute.
Yeah, 300 rounds a minute. Yeah, check that out. And each one has a frag ability. Yeah, exactly. I don't want violence, and I certainly don't want anyone to attack me or anyone else, for that matter. But, you know, we have the ability, we have home defender capabilities. People all around where I live have, you know, weapons to defend their homes, and it's prevented a lot of home invasions. There's an entire statistic that many people talk about in Australia, how when they instigated gun control in Australia, home invasions went up 60% the next year. No, I'm not violent. I'm an expert sharpshooter, but I'm not going to use my abilities to hurt people, you know, unless, of course, I'm defending my own life or Sarah's, and we're trapped. And in our state, we have the, what is called the, yeah, it's like stand your ground, but it's called the castle law. I believe in God. I'm not an atheist. You can be whatever you want to be. You're a Shintoist, you're an animist, you're an agnostic, you're an atheist, you're Christian, you're Jewish, you're Muslim. Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be at Alice's restaurant. You know, that's sick. This guy is so full of crap, you just have to laugh at him. It's hilarious. I mean, look at this guy. 754, we're laughing at you, man. Hey, Dave, I want to be Superman. Carl, good for you. You should. But you're Awesome Carl. You got to be Awesome Carl and Superman at the same time, man. You think Hillary's going to become president? Anybody who believes Hillary's going to become president, press 1. Okay. Am I the only person in America? I'm the dumberest person in America. I'm going to press 1. I think Hillary's going to become president. I don't think Donald Trump will make it. They'll prove that Hillary actually won the Electoral College vote, but because the Russians contaminated every state election. I didn't like Hillary or Donald, no. Dave, that gay act is just too natural. You know, you really make me wonder. Some of you people live in a world of judgment. Like people don't think you're gay. I mean, look at yourself. Just take a look at yourself with a mirror sometime. Maybe you're gay. No, it's not a mental illness. Donald Trump, in your mind, won, but he didn't win the popular vote. The people still wanted Hillary. You know that. You have to accept that. Trump will bleep, bleep, bleep before he... Really? Shart believes that Trump is going to have a heart attack. Is this a prediction, Shart? Before he's inaugurated. Very interesting theory. You know, Charlie Sheen just made some pretty crazed statements about Trump. He thinks that Trump is next in this what is called the Star Whacker run we're running through here. All these people that died. Not one of them was investigated, I'll bet. W.P. Kinsella, 81, the Canadian novelist who blended magical realism and baseball in the book that became the smash hit The Field of Dreams. Yeah. Curtis Hanson, 71, who won a screenwriting Oscar for L.A. Confidential and directed the psychological thriller The Hand That Rocks the Cradle and Eminem's Tale of Detroit Hip Hop, 8 Mile. He passed away at age 71. Shawty Low, 40, an Atlanta rapper known by the stage name Shawty Low, who was named MySpace Music Rookie of the Year in 2008. Black Entertainment Television Hip Hop Awards. He died at only 40 years old. What happened to him, man? Yeah, apparently his Audi was struck a couple of trees, overturned and burst into flames before dawn near Fulton County Police Department, Cascade Road. Wow. The driver was thrown from the car and killed. Smith said he was later identified as 40-year-old Carlos Walker, also known as Shawty Low. Carlos Walker has passed away. Isn't it amazing? He knew too much, you think? You think Shawty was exposing the Illuminati control in the Jewish rapper music industry? Is Hillary going to be president? Anybody? Does anyone know? Bill Nunn, a veteran actor who broke through movies in the late 1980s, first in Spike Lee's School Days, and then he did the Do the Right Thing, as well as appearing in Spider-Man. Died, age 62. Wonder what that was. Let me guess. Cardiovascular. I'm going to say stroke. Yeah. He'd been battling cancer. Okay. Yeah, I'll remember him. Bill Nye is a racist? Really? Internet adult. Why do you think that Bill Nye, the science guy, is racist? I think Bill Nye is siding with Monsanto. He's now endorsing Monsanto, claiming that GMOs are good. Did you hear that? That's got to be the weirdest thing coming out of Bill Nye's mouth. Well, a lot of people don't like Trump. You know, we had numerous celebrities in this past week that are just pissed off. They're coming into our show, actually. Word's getting around Malibu that the show's going on, so we got a lot of top celebrities watching our show now. No, I have a solid soul, man. I wouldn't be doing this show every night if I didn't believe in what I was doing. You know, I had to dig really deep the first couple of years of doing this broadcast. I really did. Because there are so many people out to stop a third party from being formed. And we'd never realized that the entire media would censor us. So the more they censored me, the more people tried to troll me, the more I was committed to doing this. We've been doing this for 8 years. And we've gained a lot of ground with a worldwide audience now. It's really helpful. So thanks for everybody telling everybody about us. It's really helped. And it didn't cost you anything. It was free. And that's the best part about how we're growing worldwide. We can't take donations from anybody from outside the country. And we really are just spreading the word. And it's violating the censorship that has been erected against any freedom of speech. So we're basically punching through the envelope, essentially, by doing this incredible UHF rebroadcasting that people are doing. It's phenomenal. It really is. And I thank you for that. Jose Fernandez, the Miami Marlins pitcher, died at 24. That's kind of a weird time to die at 24. Wow. He was killed in a boating accident. The team and U.S. Coast Guard said he was 24 years old. Jose Fernandez, killed in a boating accident. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Was that investigated? I don't like the Trump supporters at all. I mean, I know a lot of them like me because Trump took 10 of my ideas, but when they abandoned our plan and just went with Trump, they kind of lost my support and my respect for them. They'll come back when they realize that Trump lied about everything. Okay, that's not happening, so we're going to pop out of that little guy. Arnold Palmer, I see his stuff right now at Ross for Less. I saw some of his food items that he has endorsing him. He lived a long life battling what is called prostate cancer. Arnold Palmer, the golfing great who brought everybody knows who Arnold Palmer was, died at 87 years old. You have a gourmet weed dinner at Hunter S. Thompson's house? Wow. That's pretty cool. 22 minutes of that. Sounds good. Yeah, I want to see what he died of. Arnold Palmer was one of the greatest golfers of our time. Complication of heart problems. It wasn't prostate cancer that got him.
In the immortal words of Hunter S. Thompson, I've always loved...
Cool. Hunter S. Thompson, thanks for that link. That'll be good later tonight. Yeah, Ice-T is still alive. Yeah. He wasn't iced. Their self-deception seems complete. Yeah. Okay, he looks like you in the black and white picture. Oh, yeah, Arnold Palmer. He did. You think... You're right. You're kind of... I see a resemblance there. You're right. See if I can scrunch down and get in that picture and kind of be Arnold Palmer for just a moment. He obviously has less hair than I have, so, or he had. Great guy. Amazing. Fantastic food items. You can still buy them at the store. Yeah, I kind of see the resemblance. All right. I look like his golf ball. Yeah, whatever. Shimon Peres. Yes. Former Israeli president and prime minister, died at age 93. Whose life story mirrored that of the Jewish state, who was celebrated around the world, who pushed his country toward peace. Many people don't realize how much Israel has given back, the occupied territories they've given back. It's kind of amazing. And Shimon Peres was part of that. I'm not a big apologist for Israel, but I support them as a state, and I certainly think that they're a great nation in their own right now. We have to move forward. Many of you are living in the past. Tommy Ford, yeah, best known for his role as Tommy of the hit 90s sitcom Martin. Died at 52. That's pretty early for 52. I mean, he must have had a big happy life. Yep, Ford had been documented his recovery from a knee replacement surgery on social media for the past several weeks. He'd been hospitalized over the weekend when complication developed from his surgery, and he was put on life support. So he died due to complications from hospital. Exactly what happened to Joan Rivers. Yeah, I know. A lot of people die in the hospital. Your chance of dying increased dramatically. Whenever you, here it is. Okay, let's take a look. Arnold Palmer. There he is, yeah. You're right, I do look like it. It's kind of strange. I never thought that until you just made that aware. Okay, go ahead. Have your philosophical philosophization with yourself, noble watchman. You put your faith in a Zionist, a man who supports the New World Order. Isn't that ironic? Noble watchman supports Donald Trump. What a joke. You just don't dig too deep when you do your research, do you? The lessons will be painful for all, perhaps the millenniums, yes. You know, that's nice that you're sharing your views. Okay, let's move on here. King Bhumibol Adulyadej is the world's longest reigning monarch who is revered in Thailand as an anchor of stability through decades of upheaval of home and abroad. The King Bhumibol Adulyadej. I just butchered that name. Wow. I'm going to get some help from Google Translate if you don't mind. At least let's get the name down, really. I will be doing the best here to do translate Google. Here we go. King.
Kim GB Fujibo literally J. Kim GB Fujibo literally J.
Let me get the right language first. Hang on.
J ขอภูมิโบแอลอัศยา J ขอภูมิโบแอลอัศ Bhumibol Adulyadej
Bhumibol Adulyadej.
Bhumibol Adulyadej.
Okay. Yeah, no wonder he was so successful. They could barely pronounce his name when they walked up to him. That alone took time.
Bhumibol Adulyadej.
Bhumibol Adulyadej. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know. Wasn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? He can slice. He can dice. He makes mounds and mounds of coleslaw. All right. Thank you. David, you do know you lost more than Pat Paulson. No, the write-in candidacy votes didn't even come in, man. This election was rigged. Donald Trump does not deserve to be the president because Russia rigged the election. That's my position. That's how I feel about it. Sounds like it said literally gay. Literally gay. What do you want to be remembered for, David? I don't want to be remembered. I want to be right in the middle of everyone's life. No matter how you work it out, I'll have something in front of you. For the rest of my eternal existence, you'll always be looking at something that I created. That's my goal. Something that I will have brought to you to improve the earth that I was so blessed to be born into. I could have chosen any number of planets. Venus, Neptune, Uranus. I chose Earth. Dump Trump, everybody. He doesn't deserve to be president. This whole election was rigged by the Russians. Yeah. Time to work on the impeachment. David, you get a new rigged free chat this year to upgrade integrity. We aren't rigging anything, dude. We're trying to get a secondary chat going. That's our New Year's resolution for both of us. I'm not agreeing with the Democrats about the hack. I'm the guy that started the story. I'm the one that began the whole discussion of Russian involvement in this election 6 months before the end of the election.
Hey there, buddy. Living large, man. How you doing? Yeah, it's a guy who has a serious problem. People think he's gay, so he talks like this all the time. How you doing, man? He kind of overcompensates for it by putting on a really thick accent.
I did not try to fit the word Uranus into the sentence at all. That was simply out of ad-libbing. I'm not spreading false news. I'm telling you the truth is Russia contaminated the election. The CIA and the FBI reported it. Let's ask King Steve Dillon died, 54, a celebrated comic book artist, best known for co-creating Preacher and The Punisher, the series. Yeah, he's self-portrait there. Original Preacher art by Steve Dillon. Yeah. I think I met him. I might have some of his original art. I'm not sure. I think I met him at a comic book art sale. I'm not sure. When does David believe? I believe the CIA and FBI when they're relevant, when they come up with a story about Russia hacking our election, and that's why I don't believe that Donald Trump won legitimately. I don't. No, there's something wrong.
Yeah, through October, I see.
You know, people are calling this the dumberest haircut ever. It's from the movie Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
I tried to get the Dumb and Dumber look, and now they say it's the dumberest haircut ever. No, I don't think the CIA is killing off celebrities. I think that there are people who are above the CIA. There's an organization called Beep, Beep, Beep. I can't talk about it. It's been censored. Please don't run through there. I can't stand it when you just do that.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my! She just passed Leonard Cohen, Janet Reno. Let's go to Janet Reno. The only woman who's ever gotten away with looking like a guy for her entire life and not be called a transgender. No, I won't kiss Sarah on the lips because we don't do that at midnight. We hug. The lip thing is something I hold back on because you're just going to exploit it. You're going to say, "Oh, look, he slipped her the tongue. Did you see that?" Yeah, I don't like Janet Reno. She oversaw the death of 77 people at the David Koresh compound in Waco, Texas. She didn't need to burn those children, those 25 children, to death. I mean, let's look at that. So when you analyze Janet Reno's history as Attorney General, you'll wonder. She died at 78, by the way. Leonard Cohen, the baritone voice Canadian singer, songwriter, who did that amazing work called Hallelujah. Can I play Hallelujah just for a second? Leonard Cohen. It's amazing. Leonard Cohen, everybody. Hallelujah. This guy had this song mastered to a maximum capacity. I mean, nobody could even begin to approach his abilities.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Her beauty and the moonlight. You say I took the name in. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Anyway, that was Leonard Cohen. Thank you. I wanted to add a little bit more fun to the show because oftentimes you don't get fun on a night like this. You know, Doobster came in last night and said he's taken his wonderful wife dancing. And it laid a huge guilt trip on me. He said, "Are you taking Sarah dancing?" And I don't think Doobster has any clue how difficult this broadcast is and how much effort I put into it. I can't just leave to take Sarah dancing tonight. I'd have to drive to Seattle to find a decent dance hall for one. And it's just, we'd love to go dancing, but I really'd rather be in an environment where I could feel comfortable, like Vegas or something, you know? I can't, no, there's no place to dance around here. We can just, and I don't want to dance like at the 12 o'clock hour. We might just do a little slow dance. That might be fun. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. All right. If she'll have my hand in this dance.
Don't worry, you'll see David dance alone. You can't stop.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of that too. Dancing in my living room, really? It just sounds so intensely depressing. Sarah and I love to dance, but we've only danced a few times. After years of psychological trauma that I experienced when she said, "You don't dance well," I finally, had another experience with her where she said, "You do dance well." I admit it. So, anyway. Can we just move on here? She's just rolling through the dead people. Mark Vaughn. Did I say Mark Vaughn? I said Robert Vaughn. Robert Vaughn passed away. The debonair Oscar-nominated actor whose many film roles were eclipsed by his hugely popular role on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He died November 11th.
My mom loved that movie, that show.
Yeah, he was a great actor, really a solid American man. Yeah, I built my regular guy personality off of what Robert Vaughn did. It was not in poor taste. I accidentally said Mark. Great show, Yobi. Thank you. I know. Leon Russell, folks. The legendary Leon Russell. Oh, man. Incredible. 74 years old. Dynamic performer. Rock and roll. Leon Russell. Let's get something from Leon Russell's repertoire that somebody can say greatest hits or something, you know. Leon Russell. What did you do? He did Stranger in a Strange Land, back in Lady Blue, Shoot at the Tightrope, Delta Lady, Rollaway Stone, Song for You, The Masquerade. I don't know, there's so many different things to choose from here. Yeah, If It Wasn't for Bad. A Song for You. I wonder what that sounds like. Leon Russell.
Talk to me, darling, can you please see through me? Whoa. 'Cause we're alone now and I'm singing this song to you.
That's all we could play due to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, but yeah, what a powerful, emotive singer. Okay, going down the hill, Gwen Ifill. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. She was NewsHour, Judy Woodruff. Gwen Ifill, 61, co-anchor with Judy Woodruff on the NewsHour. Wow, she died. I wonder what she died of. Age 61. Sometimes I go in and look, you know, and they tell you each one of them does. They give you the whole rundown. Yeah, anyway. But I guess we won't find out. All right. Dave, have you investigated the birth of Hillary? Oh, I never liked Hillary. Are you kidding me? Why do you think I started America's Third Party? We don't like Hillary. We never did. But she at least knew what the Constitution said. She may have been the most corrupt woman in American political history, but at least she knew the Constitution. You've got a guy who can't even spell unprecedented as your president-elect right now. He can't even spell the word unprecedented. And I say this is unprecedented. Yeah, we need to be unprecedenting him. I can't believe it. We got a guy who can't even spell as our president. It's unbelievable. Anyway. Holly Dunn, 59, country singer. Hits like Daddy's Hands. You really had me going. I don't remember her, but Holly Dunn was famous to some people.
59's a good age.
Sharon Jones, 60, the powerhouse singer who shepherded a soul revival despite not finding stardom until middle age. Sharon Jones was middle age. And then, of course, the legendary Florence Henderson passed away.
She's from the Brady Bunch, the mom. Push this up.
Okay, Awesome Carl's going to talk to you, and Sarah's going to finish up through... I'm going to use the restroom, and I'll be back.
Yep.
All right, Florence
Sarah,
Henderson.
can you ban that guy that's trying to pretend to be me before I start out talking? He's got 2 S's in his name.
All right, sure. You should probably get a better name, you know. I liked what you said earlier, but I agree. You need a better name because, you know, the visual imagery doesn't work. All right.
Okay, so, yeah, I think my prediction is sometime before the end of the night, I don't know what time zone, but there's probably going to be another celebrity that goes.
Well, there already
Like
was.
last week, we've been having at least one each day.
Yeah, we already had one today.
I know, but I
was-
think there might be another one.
That
You
was
never know,
the.
though. It's just weird.
That was the. Yeah, that was the guy from. The Father Macaulay on MASH.
Yeah, that played the priest in MASH.
Yep. John Glenn died.
Crazy how they keep going.
Yep. John Muscolo.
No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. It just seems like
This guy was
a lot of
104.
celebrities seem to die later in the year.
Well, no, that's not true. I mean, this that we've been showing pictures are all since January. Yeah, I know.
But I'm just saying that it seems like lately they, like throughout the past, they die. I'm not saying all of them die. I'm saying there's last couple of months it seems like there's been one after another. So, although I don't know if the Carrie Fisher and her mom one is a conspiracy theory, because honestly, it could just, in my opinion, the mother could have just been so upset that she had a stroke, but you never know.
Yeah.
And Carrie did say she drinks a lot of Coke per day, and that's not good for your body.
No, Coca-Cola, she had like 12 to 16 Cokes a day, according to her. Barbara Tarbuck, say goodbye to General Hospital fame, Barbara. She's gone. And let's leave it on Carrie Fisher for just a second, if you don't mind. Okay, Carrie Fisher, best known. I don't know why there hasn't been an autopsy yet, but the family hasn't totally approved the autopsy process. But
Actually, they said the autopsy results, according to the news, it was unconclusive at the moment of what she died of.
right, and this is why I believe that if there's no videotape inside planes, how could we ever get any solutions? I mean, they're not videotaping the cabins of planes just for our security. I find this insane. Debbie Reynolds, the infamous singer of Singing in the Rain and so many other great songs, passed away a day after her daughter, and is joined by her, that she wanted to be with her daughter. She said so. And sadly, but
one of
she
the last
is.
things she said is she wanted to be with Carrie.
She wanted to be with Carrie.
And that's what her mom said. And they will be having a double funeral, basically a joint funeral.
Wow.
Together, and they'll be buried next to each other from what they said. So.
Okay, these are a very big, huge list of people that have died. And it's really unfortunate that this is the year that we've seen so many stars die, more so than any other year, I think. It's like an extraordinary number have passed away.
I think they all got old enough to die. I mean, how many people... Now David's rolling his eyes at me. How many people were over the age of 75 in that list? About half?
I don't think so. I saw a lot of 50-year-olds in there. I mean, if we did and what happened to Harambe? They never even did a memorial to Harambe. Yeah, you're right. And Wintard, the famous Wintard, she died. Yes. Beautiful woman. She, 21 years old, took her life, overdosed on prescription meds this past year, and she called in our show quite often. You remember Wintard? Awesome, Carl?
Yeah, I remember her because she was on my... was on my Facebook list as a friend. I'm just wondering when that happened.
Happened this past year, and a lot of people didn't even know about it. Yeah.
Dang, that's insane.
That's really wild. Well, thank you so much, Carl. We're going to be doing our fireworks thing down, in our area. They're going to have a massive fireworks celebration. And then we'll be back to give you our regular live show as we head into the new year ourselves. And Sarah and I will be back to break open a bottle of bubbly. Yeah, see you next year.
Literally.
Well, Happy New Year. You're coming on the top of the hour here at 9 o'clock. A lot of you on the East Coast are going to be celebrating it. We'll be celebrating the Mountain Time and the Pacific Time. Okay, cool. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Sarah, Dave. See you next year.
Thank you so much, Carl. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Carl, of Awesome Carl fame.
Happy New Year, David.
Oh, Happy New Year. Oh, that's so sweet. Say, we're gonna shake hands on it. I got to tell you this. I don't bring my personal life into the show. This is my social personal life. You know, if I were to kiss Sarah online, it's just too much. It really is. So what we're gonna do is we stand up right now and we'll kiss each other above the camera, if you don't mind. We'll do that at 12. All right. See you later.
Okay. Good night. Thanks for watching. Can I end the local recording?
Yeah, we're going to end the local recording because we're going to play back the whole loop for you guys who want to talk and chat and argue with each other.
All right, and we'll put it on a different. We should probably change our thing to a different. Anyway, all right. Thank you so much for watching. We might be back a little bit later. If not, we will see you in the new year.
No, we'll be back.
David will be back before the new year on the West Coast.
You might go to bed before the new year tonight. You may just want to go to bed before 12. She has done this before where she really gets tired and she can't really spend time in the new year.
I probably did that last year.
She was,
probably do that all the time.
Well, she gets very tired at a certain hour because her rhythm, you know, and she goes to bed.
I purposely stayed up till midnight last night, so I could prepare myself.
I know, you're prepared. But she gets so tired. We sit in front of Netflix together, and she's like dozing off, and I'm like halfway through the movie, and I usually pick movies that, you know, she doesn't really get into, so I can watch it. But, yeah, we're going to open Bubbly at midnight here.
You just have to let your family know.
I'll be doing that.
Inform us.
We might even be here for the Mountain Time celebration, and we might even do the Middle America celebration.
Right.
But East Coast, we're going to probably miss the 9 o'clock hour.
Either way, thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year.
Could we celebrate Happy New Year right now? If it times out right, so if it does cut could we pretend that it's Happy New Year and just throw the things out in the background?
Oh, right.
So then it becomes almost like a crescendo kind of thing.
Yes.
We got the terrible loss of life in Istanbul. That was super sad. Carnage. Let's get to the New Year's Eve celebration there at ABC. No, we'll be in my bulletproof car, protected by ample shielding. Nothing to worry about.
How about London?
London sounds good, yeah. No, I'm not going to put on a playlist for you. I'm going to put this in the corner. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Oh my gosh! Happy New Year, everybody! We just did a countdown and it was the London time. Happy New Year!
Welcome to London.
Welkom in Londen.
Croeso I Lundain. 欢迎来伦敦。
London Beach, pada swagat hai.
Prima baim le London. Dobra pожаловать в Лондон.
Well,
having problems. Okay, everybody, we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Okay, and then we go back to there. I'm going to open up our recorded broadcasts from our C drive. There we go. It should be in there. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Can't stop because we won't stop. Sarah was very intense. She doesn't want to miss these fireworks, so we have to be very good here. Here it is, right here.
very, very soon.
Why is
I'm going to show you some fireworks in the background from around the world. This is Sydney's firework display. It's pretty amazing. From the city of Sydney. Yeah.
We got the bubbly here. We got some peach organic juice, sparkling juice from France. We're going to be opening up tonight. From I think we got this about maybe 10 years ago or 12 years ago.
We'll find out if it's still good.
Last year we opened up the apple cider and it was really bad. Remember that? It was it was like too old. Hopefully this will be tasty.
If it's too old, we'll just wash it down with some water and.
Yeah, it'll be water time. We'll be toasting with fresh filtered.
Enjoy,
water.
everybody.
Yes.
Non-fluoridated water. So
I just was telling everyone that if I don't respond to you when you're like, "Is this live? Why isn't she saying hi to me?"
No.
It's because David has been so kind to